Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. Now, here's your host, Allison Gappa.
Welcome to the Halloween edition of Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Allison Gappa, your referee for the night, usually alongside Matt McCulloch and Taylor Newcomb, but I don't know where they're. Oh, guys.
Roll call. My name is Taylor. I have team spirit. I am a Sooner, so check me out.
So check her out. My name is Matt, and I love football. I am a Sooner, so check me out.
So check him out.
All right, well, it looks like we've got the Spartan cheerleaders from the famous SNL skit here with us. Guys, who else do we have?
We have some distinguished Sooner alumni in the audience.
Right. Also, the baseball team took a break from the cages to come out and join us tonight.
And we've got pitcher Jacob Evans in the audience. We'll talk with him later on.
And later, we know OU volleyball star Madison Ward kills it on the court, but that's just one of her many talents. Find out what that other gift is later on.
And later on in Face Off, Matt and I will battle it out about which baseball player is the scariest.
But first up, OU is coming off a bye week led by a crushing 31-30 loss to Kansas State. OU will travel to Ames, Iowa this Saturday to take on Iowa State. Matt, how will they bounce back?
Well, the Sooners' offense has looked pretty lackluster the last 3 weeks, but in reality, the offense has been fairly productive statistically. 458 total yards and 39 points per game they're averaging so far. The two immediate issues are third down conversions and turnovers. OU has only converted on just 40% of third downs. That's 70th in the country. Also, Trevor Knight's turnovers have been anything but timely. 2 pick sixes so far this season, one against TCU and the other against Kansas State proved costly because the Sooners lost by less than a touchdown. You know, if the team works on those two factors, the offensive production is already there.
And Taylor, what will happen on defense on Saturday for the Sooners?
Well, I'd like to point out that OU hasn't lost in Ames since 1960, so no pressure there. But the Sooners have got to get back to that Tennessee, Tulsa, West Virginia defense. Sooners secondary is giving up 268 yards per game in the air, but even when they do put a stop to a really big play, the line gets killed on short yardage plays. The D-line is really not doing what it once was, where they were putting insane amounts of pressure on the quarterback. That's not happening anymore. A mediocre quarterback can complete a pass if he has all the time in the world to complete it. So what this defense really needs is for the front seven to step up and do what they were doing in the first 4 games of the season.
See that fire.
Well, time to hand out some mid-season awards. Matt, who is our mid-season offensive MVP?
Well, the offensive player who's been nothing but consistent is our guy, Sterling Shepard.
Nice.
Shepard's averaging nearly 19 yards per catch. 900 in total yards this season and 5 touchdowns. He has 5 games with over 100 yards receiving. Without him and that kind of production, I don't know where this team would be right now.
Taylor, who's our defensive MVP?
Well, I'm picking Eric Stryker for defensive MVP. This guy is a total monster, and I really don't even know how else to put it. He had 8 tackles against Tulsa, 8 tackles against West Virginia, a fumble recovery against TCU, which we obviously needed in that game. Overall, he has 31 tackles so far in the season. Stryker just always steps up. And he's in the right spot whenever you need him to be. He's got quick feet, and he is just in straight-up attack mode all the time. Offenses can't afford to leave him unblocked, which, you know, if you do, he's going to make you pay. So that's a huge asset for the Oklahoma D.
Taylor Newcomb caught up with Tyrus Thompson on balancing football and family in this week's Spotlight.
It's extremely busy. I just dropped off my kids at daycare on the way up here. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I get out of practice at, I don't know, maybe 6:30, depending on the day or whatever. And, I mean, the daycare closes at 6, so sometimes you gotta hope and pray my wife is off. If she's not, hopefully some friends can come through. If not, and thank God I haven't hit this situation yet, because I don't know what I'd do if no one was available for us and I still had to practice and my wife was at work. That would be a bad situation right there.
And coming off of a bye week, now that you guys have had some time to process K-State, where are you guys as a team moving forward, and just what is the overall attitude of the team?
Man, we're disappointed in the loss. Very, very hungry though to finish out these last handful of games here. We've got to dominate. We've got to dominate from now on. I mean, we can't have any more losses. So that's our mindset.
And as a seasoned veteran on this offense, what are you telling the younger guys just to keep their minds right moving forward?
You know, Daryl, the captain, does a pretty good job at that stuff. And Trevor's a really upbeat guy. And And same thing, every once in a while, I'll peek my head in there. But it's just you just got to keep moving forward. Don't listen to the media stuff. Don't listen to the newspapers or whatever, news clippings. You just got to keep moving forward. And, those games are behind us. We lost. It sucks. Move forward. Win the next game.
And what do you guys want the fans to know about this team this year?
We're not going to lay down for anybody. If we lose a game, we got beat. We're not going to lay down to anyone. So that would be a big thing.
Okay, thanks, Tyrus.
Thanks, Taylor. What better treat on this Halloween edition than talking OU volleyball upsetting number 2 Texas in Austin?
Well, it has been a rough few weeks for Sooner football, but I'll give you some good news to talk about. The OU volleyball team surprised, shocked, and totally upset the number 2 Texas Longhorns.
gosh.
And you want to know what makes it just a little bit sweeter? It was in Austin. It was. Junior Kiera Holtz notched her 11th straight game with double-digit kills with 16. Madison Ward made her contribution with 9 kills and 19 digs, which was a career high for her. So it was a good game all around. The Sooners actually snapped the Longhorns' 34-match home win streak, and even better, handed them their first loss of the year. Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
Big time.
But there was another Sooner team that played the Longhorns this weekend. So, Matt, tell me what happened.
Yeah, well, it's been a rough couple of weeks for the soccer team, and this weekend's story is no different. The Sooners played host to the Longhorns on Friday night. An early goal by the Horns in the first minute proved decisive, falling 1-0 to begin the weekend. Then on Sunday, the Sooners couldn't contain that potent West Virginia offense, getting routed 3-1 to wrap up a rather forgetful weekend. Now, despite all the losses, though, Oklahoma still clinched a spot in the Big 12 Soccer Championship. So hopefully they can find some success next week.
We know the rowing team has already found success. They competed in Austin at the head of the Colorado this weekend. Yeah, that's right. OU entered 4 teams in the regatta and racked up 4 top 5 finishes, so 100% there. In the first Novice A, Oklahoma A and B got 3rd and 5th place, and in the second Novice A, Oklahoma A and B got 1st and 2nd.
I like that.
Not too shabby of a weekend. But if you want to hear about some straight domination, Matt, tell me about
I got
softball.
it for you. Well, the softball team continued their streak of dominance in the final home game of the Fall Festival, and it was nothing but a festival of offense for the Sooners. The Sooners scored in each of the first 4 innings to cruise past North Texas 15-2. Now, just how red hot has the team been? Well, the Sooners have outscored their opponents 88-5. Yes, you heard that right. The team will close out their fall games with a doubleheader against Arkansas on Saturday.
Thanks, guys. Well, don't go anywhere, because coming up next in Face Off, we're debating the scariest OU baseball player on the field. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Halloween edition of Sooner Sports Pad. It's now time for Face Off, where we debate spooky topics. I'm joined by OU Baseball's Rob Tazine and Jacob Evans. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
You want to help out with Face Off later on?
Yeah, it'd be an honor.
Okay. First up, though, OU football will play Iowa State this Saturday at 11. Is an early kickoff a trick or a treat? Matt, you're up first.
Well, I think that early games can be a treat because you don't have the nerves festering throughout the day. Now, look, I don't play football, obviously, but I can tell you that what's going through those guys' heads, they want to get out there and go to work early on in the day. If the game is much later on in the day, the nerves start to kick in. Then your mind starts to take over. And for fans, I think it's a treat, too, because, you get your 11 a.m. game out of the way, and then you get to enjoy the rest of the day of college football.
Well, that's fine. I actually completely disagree. I think 11 a.m. games are a trick. It is too early for everyone. It's too early for me. It's too early for the football team. You need to give me until at least noon if you want me to have any kind of energy. And I think it's probably the same. I said at least. The Sooners, with the exception of the Tulsa game, have looked downright sluggish when they played at 11 a.m. And when you're traveling to Ames, Iowa, on top of that, I'm just not really digging those odds. So, that is true. I did say that. But it's also not prime time, so I just don't really feel like there's a lot of hype. So
That's true.
I don't like it.
All right, the second annual ALS Awareness Halloween game is this Saturday. These two will be playing in it. On the field, who is the scariest baseball player?
Well, to me, the most dominant player on the diamond is the guy that can do it all. And Craig Aiken is the most complete player on the roster. He's got a very solid bat. He's got the speed on the base paths to get those extra base hits. He had 7 doubles last year, 4 triples. He had a .326 batting average. He was 6th in the Big 12 in on-base percentage, 3rd in hits, and 6th in runs scored. And I didn't mention, he's got a pretty good he's pretty good on defense, too.
All right, well, that's fine, but I'm looking at Big 12 Rookie of the Year, Sheldon Noisy. He was also the Big 12 All-Tournament at third base, All Big 12 first team, Louisville Slugger Freshman of the Year. He had a .304 batting average, .506 slugging average. He led the team in RBIs, and I could keep going, but there's just not time. So that's what I'm going with.
Wow.
All right, this last question coming from Jacob.
All right, you can vote on Soonersports.com for Coach Hughes' ALS Awareness Halloween game costume. Which character gets your vote?
Well, my choice isn't as scary as that Toby Keith costume option. That freaked me out. Coach Hughes is in many ways much like William Wallace from the movie Braveheart. He's the fearless leader leading his boys, into battle, kind of, right? Battle. He's a master motivator and a proven winner. And honestly, who doesn't want to see him, with the long locks right there and the blue and white face paint? I know I do.
You know what? That is true. This is true, Matt. However, I'm going Toby Keith for 3 reasons. Full denim shirt, bolo tie, and I know you said long hair, but nothing's better than a mullet. So that's all I need. But if you need any more convincing, he's also an Oklahoma legend, so just saying.
All right, time to pick our winner. I'm turning to Jacob and Rob first. Do you guys think it's Matt or Taylor?
I'm going to have to go with Taylor.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm going to have to go with Taylor, too.
Both for Taylor. All right, audience. Let's see if you agree. Make some noise for whoever you think our winner is. If you think it's Matt, cheer your loudest. Or do you think it's Taylor? Oh, by a landslide. Good job, Taylor. It's now time for our tweet of the week. This one coming from an OU baseball player, Alex Wise. He says, win Thursday, October 30th. Where Elldale Mitchell Park. What? ALS Awareness Halloween game. Hashtag strikeout ALS. Hashtag free candy. Hashtag boomer ball. Don't go anywhere because coming up next, we'll talk more with Jacob Evans. We'll also take a look at OU Volleyball's talented Madison Ward. Stay with us.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, Riverwind Resort, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, OU Alumni Association, OU Medicine, and the OU President's Associates.
Welcome back to the Halloween edition of Sooner Sports Pad. OU Volleyball's Madison Ward's talents extend way past the volleyball court. Matt Marshall tells her story of music.
There's Ward again.
You may recognize Madison Ward from the volleyball court, digging and spiking the ball for the Sooners, but she has another passion for music.
I think the most important thing is that it can connect anybody. You can make a connection with music, even if you don't speak the same language. It's a language that everybody knows.
The Lawton native strives to succeed in everything that she does. Last year, she was named to the All Big 12 freshman team. This year, she is one of the team's top outside hitters and is leading the team to a 14-5 record. Ward's athletic goals have just started to blossom, but she has been singing ever since she can remember.
I started singing when I was just a baby, actually. It was like before full sentences. I was humming and singing, and I was waking up in bed. That's what my parents told me.
Balancing music and sports at such a high level is difficult. Playing Division I volleyball and trying to eventually put out an album can take a lot out of someone.
Volleyball definitely takes a back seat sometimes. I think, she's very talented in so many areas. I just sometimes feel like she has a lot of things on her plate. And sometimes, trying to balance both, is extremely difficult.
While time management can be an issue, Ward is constantly a great teammate.
Madison, she's probably just such an encourager on the team just to have. She's always so positive, and we function the same way, and so it's nice to have someone who has the same playing and work ethic that you do, and just to have her there by my side is really encouraging.
I don't sing or play volleyball, and I'm still busy. Ward even sang on her recruiting visit to OU, in Coach Restrepo's office nonetheless. Her dad told her to just sing him a little something, and she did. So how does she balance everything else besides music and volleyball?
Late nights, hanging out with friends. I have to set apart time, I really do, because it's difficult with everything I want to do versus having relationships with other friends outside of the volleyball court. It gets kind of time consuming. School is definitely tough also, because I'm the type of person that would rather be working on music in the gym, talking with friends. It's definitely been tough for me, but it's been an adjustment, and I'm still working on it. I think I'll always struggle with it a little bit just because I want to be doing everything else.
The redshirt sophomore hasn't really ever considered quitting one to focus on the other. The balance she has challenges her to use her time wisely every day.
No, not for now. I think it's okay. I think having to have the time management and it being like I'm pressed for time in each, I think it's kind of healthy because it makes me realize how much I enjoy both. And so I wouldn't want to drop the other just to fulfill the other right now. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be for a reason.
Matt Marshall, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks, Matt. You can listen to Madison's music on her YouTube channel or her Facebook page. Matt and Taylor are now joined by OU baseball pitcher Jacob Evans. Guys.
Jacob, thanks for being on the show with us tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Well, you guys have the ALS Awareness Halloween game coming up on Thursday, like we said in the show. Tell us more about the significance of this game.
Pete Frady's, he's the inspiration behind it. Coach Hughes, Pete Frady's played for him at Boston College, and he came to him, 3 or 4 years after he stopped playing, and he came and had Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. And so it's kind of just like one of us. Like, it could be any of us on the team. There's 35 of us. Any one of us can go out there and just not play anymore, you know? And so it's just coming out there and raising money for him, raising money for ALS.
So you guys will be wearing costumes. Are you allowed to tell us what you're going to wear? Or is that top secret information?
It's not top secret. We have a lot of guys that are pairing up this year.
Okay.
I'm going to be the grandpa from Up, Carl.
Nice.
And then we have this freshman that kind of looks just like the little boy Russell.
Okay.
And so he showed us his costume yesterday, and it was pretty good. So I'm going to have to step my game up.
Is that pretty hard playing? Like, look at that. Wearing
I
the
feel
whole
like
thing. Is that pretty hard?
Yeah, it's pretty hard, like when you have a mask on, something like that.
And are you going to be in like a suit because you're dressing up like Carl?
Yeah,
so
I'm going to be a suit on, and right now, if my mom can get it done, she found it on Pinterest, and she found like the Carl head, so she's trying right now to actually make that. Okay. So we'll see if she can get that done.
Well, cool. I got to ask you, what's it like playing for head coach Pete Hughes?
It's pretty fun. He just brings energy every day, and I mean, we go out there and we love playing baseball, and him having the energy he does every day is pretty fun.
All right, well, I think Allison has an audience question for you.
I do. This one is from your teammate, Rob Tazine.
Yeah, I'm wondering, who do you think is going to win the World Series?
World Series. I'm going to have to go with the Royals. They're going to win tonight, and then they're going to come back and win tomorrow, too.
You made some people in the audience happy. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next in this Halloween edition, we are carving up some pumpkins for our Sooner Sports Pad Challenge. It's going to be a fun one. Stay with us.
I did it.
Welcome back to the Halloween edition of Sooner Sports Pad. Coming up this week on Sooner Sports TV, men's basketball's practice report is this Thursday at 2. Soccer's taking on Kansas Friday night at 7. And OU volleyball taking on West Virginia at 7 on Saturday night. All on Soonersports.tv. It's now time for this week's Sooner Sports Pad. Now it's our Halloween challenge, and we will be carving pumpkins. Jacob Evans from the baseball team has been joining us all show long. How it works is whoever has the best pumpkin at the end, decided by me, is our winner. Here we go. In 3, 2, wait for the whistle, 1.
Please don't hurt yourself. That would be really bad for us. So,
this is already going downhill.
You're terrifying me. Oh, this is a lot harder than I thought.
Oh, I didn't plan this. Okay.
Uh-oh. I might hurt myself.
Looks like Jacob has a plan.
All right, I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but... Oh, I almost broke my... Oh, yours coming.
I can't say.
Oh, gosh, we gotta
What's
go.
he doing?
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Wait, I'm not...
Jacob, what are you working
A baseball.
A baseball, nice, I like it. Matt,
Okay.
Matt, what's yours? Do you have a plan?
I don't really have a plan yet. I'm more like Picasso. I just go, you know?
I don't know if that's the greatest strategy, but
It's
Taylor,
not.
what about you?
Well, I was gonna make it a star, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
A star. Okay.
Yeah.
So we might be improvising.
Oh gosh, I have really broke this like bad. You know, I'm Hulk over here. You know, wearing the wrong costume.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta keep
It's
going.
happening.
Oh my goodness gracious,
Oh no.
I'm not doing so hot. Oh
I'm not
gosh.
doing bad. Oh, this is not gonna be a star. This is not.
Can I use yours, Taylor?
No.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
I bent mine too.
Yeah, mine is really, really bent. It's not
This
working.
is
Oh,
not.
no.
Okay.
How are you? Okay.
Well, what's he doing over there?
What happens
He's
if?
doing
he already pulled
baseball.
a piece
Do I
out.
automatically win if I cut myself?
He already pulled it.
Okay, well, I won't do that
You
then.
lose if you cut yourself.
How much time do we have?
Hopefully, a what?
Like 30 minutes?
Messed up, you guys. You can see what it is, though, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, I really broke it this time.
Use the little one. Okay,
Matt,
here we
get
go. It's
creative.
happening.
Come
There we
on.
go. There we
It's
go.
happening now.
I broke this
It's
one.
really happening.
Sorry, you guys gave me the
Oh
pumpkin,
my gosh. My
All right, you
pumpkin
guys
is out
have
of
20
control.
seconds until you have to show me your
Oh,
final
no.
product.
Oh no.
Oh, well.
Well, you know what?
Don't give
I'm
up.
not one to give up.
Oh,
10 seconds,
God.
guys.
Oh, it's not
10?
even. I can't even.
I don't have
oh,
anything.
10.
Okay.
5.
Well,
There
don't
you
close that
go.
box.
1. All right.
Oh,
Let's see the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Turn them around. All right.
What
I
does
can
this
kind
look
of
like?
see baseball happening, Matt.
Getting
Well,
there.
it was gonna be an OU.
That actually kind of.
You kind of see what I'm talking
All
about
right,
here
we're
a little
going
bit.
first place, second place, third place. Thanks so much for